Hi guys, it's Jen here. I just want to do a little video. I wanted to do one earlier. I kind of wish I would have done it right when everything happened, so that it would be a little bit more fresh in my mind. But that's okay. It's still there, and hopefully it'll still have the same effect, and everyone will still understand and remember what happened and stuff. A couple Sundays ago at Freedom House, we were leading worship on a Sunday morning. It was actually not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, which I believe would have been the first week of October or the first week of November. Anyhow, and some of you may remember that we were leading worship and we really didn't have an agenda. Like, we didn't have any songs that were working out right, and we had a couple things we were trying to make work, and God was just not happy with that. I think he was just wanting to do his own thing, and he wanted to do something that morning. So I just remember the presence of God on the stage was like really heavy, and it just seemed like it was like pressing down into my shoulders and into my neck and my body, and it was pushing me down into the ground, and it felt very, very heavy, and I was trying not to be resistant to it. And I remember God telling me that not to lock my knees against him, and so I just broke at that moment, and I spoke that out to the congregation, and I said, don't lock your knees against him. And literally it felt like someone had just karate chopped the back of my knees, and my knees came out from under me, and I went to the ground and into my knees, and I was crying out, and intercession had come over me at that point, and God was just speaking all kinds of things to me, and I knew that he had spoken a specific word about new wine, fresh oil, and a fresh fire. And so I knew he wanted to go and give something to his kids that day. And I got down off the stage, and I kind of had like this like tunnel vision going on. All on the side of me, it was like a tunnel of smoke, and it was all around me, and I couldn't see very far out in front of me, maybe 3 to 4 feet clearly. And so I'm thinking, like, well, where there's smoke, there's fire. And so I knew that I was in the flame somewhere. I knew I felt like I'd had a baptism of fire at that moment, which was like the first time I'd really experienced anything like that. And I knew that God wanted to do that for some of his people that morning. And so I just went out and just kind of let God lead me to what people he intended for that, and laid hands on them and declared that fresh fire, that new wine, that fresh oil over them. And that God told me to let these people, to tell them to go to their knees, and that he had something for them in that stance and in our posture. I think our posture really matters when it comes to worship, whether or not we're closed off or we're open or ready to receive. So I did that. I went to the people that God had told me to go to, and it was just really good. I mean, I don't remember everyone that I laid hands on that morning, and I remember a few that my mind has held on to, and I don't really remember everything that I said to someone, to any one individual person. So if you were one of those people that did get, that God did lead me to, and you have a testimony that God, something he shared with you that morning, and that he gave you after that, please do share it with me. Comment under this video and let me know what God spoke to you, or what you received from him that morning. I was truly just like blown away. Like, I'd never experienced anything like that before. Just that covered, surrounded by smoke screen, to where everything was just literally by God's leading, because I couldn't really see outside of that, and or to pick people out of the audience much, you know what I mean? It wasn't like that. So please do let me know if the Lord shared anything with you. And I really just wanted to do this video so that I could have this documented to remember really what happened, as well as I'll do a journal entry or something, maybe a blog about it, as I learn to understand really what took place too. And then I'll have this video to look back on as well. And then what was really cool is Clay Kaiser, who played drums for us that morning, one of our brothers there at Freedom House, had gotten up and done like a testimony towards the end of that service, toward the end of that worship set. And he was talking about staying in the flame. And he was saying, you don't have to rekindle your fire if the fire is getting weak or the fire is going out, if you just stay in the flame. And that seems so hard sometimes to, got to keep putting logs on the fire, you know, and keep everything hot. But really, we are just called to stay in the flame of his love and just to always be so, it's not work, you know, it's not work when you love him. You know, it's easy to not do something you don't love. That's easy to put it on the wayside or put it on the back burner. But when it comes to the Lord, when you love him, you desire to stay in the flame of his love. And so I just want to leave you with that today. And so it was really, really cool. And if you have any questions, I don't know how I would answer them, but I'll try. So you guys have a good night, and thank you for watching this video, and God bless. And remember, revival's inside of you.